Hey everyone, 12 News meteorologist Stephen Matrograno here with a Weather Now update for you on this Saturday morning. Much colder out there, a little bit gusty as well, continuing, but all those wind advisories and warnings have been dropped, so that's good news. We're looking at less wind for today. It'll still be gusty in the morning, but you can see that here in Newport, on top of the boat there, the flags are still blowing, but certainly not nearly as windy as it was yesterday. Lincoln, you can see the salt on the roadways. I did see some black ice on the roads as I drove on in this morning. So more so on the sides of the roads, where the water was ponding up, it did freeze over. So just be mindful of that as you're out on the roadways. But otherwise, improving conditions still. Again, I have that slick icon on the temperature map there. Just watch out for some icy spots. With many temperatures below freezing this morning, though, feels like temperatures though are still much colder than the actual air temperatures. Feels like the teens and 20s across the area because those gusty winds are still ongoing. Feels like 17 in Smithfield, and again, this video is just before about 6 a.m. or so. These are, of course, these will change throughout the day. Wind gusts, 26 mile per hour there in Newport, 28 on Block Island, 38 on Martha's Vineyard. So it is still gusty out there. And again, we should be trending in the better direction in terms of the wind. But check out these top wind gusts from Friday. Block Island, I had mentioned it yesterday during the morning in the noon show that we were looking at a unconfirmed report at the time of an 81 mile per hour gust at Block Island. That is, of course, confirmed, and it was definitely a strong wind gust that for sure impacted Block Island. Also saw Blue Hill got a gust over 80 miles per hour. So very strong winds that we saw on Friday. You can see some of the other numbers here. Rhode Island, Newport 76, Connecticut Light 66, Bristol 57, New Bedford 56. So a lot of areas near the water, right? Because there's not a lot to stop the wind once it's over the open water, and that's what we're looking at here. A lot of these locations, at least we're near the water. Satellite and radar, we're dry, quiet out there. As I mentioned, maybe some patchy black ice. Wider view shows quiet weather for today as high pressures 2 hours south. Headlines going forward, you can see, again, gusty this morning, colder overall today, temperatures near 40. Seasonable for Sunday, mid-40s, expected dry sky, so a dry weekend this weekend for any maybe last-minute shopping you're doing. Much colder, windy for Monday. Temperatures going to be struggling to get above freezing on Monday, and then feels like temperatures will be in the 20s throughout the day. And then some rain and snow showers potentially on Tuesday. It doesn't look to be a huge deal. It's kind of a clipper system that's tracking on through. And that's what we're looking at for Tuesday. Those flakes flying, it'd be more the festive kind. Not really expecting a big travel impact ahead of the holiday. So weekend forecast, again, looking at dry conditions, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. But looking ahead to, of course, Christmas week, it's a very important week. I will say again that the weather's looking pretty good for Wednesday, Christmas Eve itself, and for Christmas Day. We could see a late day shower on Christmas Day, but both days look pretty good in terms of traveling. But that is a check of your forecast. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.